Joe Concha is here, Fox News contributor and columnist for The Messenger. It strikes me when she says we want everyone to be included. It's like, well, then why can't you invite all the white council members too? Yeah. To this celebration of people of different backgrounds?
Martha, Joe. The quote bears repeating. We want to be in a city where everyone's identity is embraced. Everyone is embraced, except for the white city council members who, as Molly reported, make up half that council. Here's the irony alert. Under these social segregation rules of Mayor Wu, her own husband would be banned from attending this party because at last check, he's a white guy named Connor. So that's just something to chew on for a second. And could you imagine, by the way, a white mayor of a major city saying,
no,
we're going to have
I know what you're going to say.
You know where I'm going with this, right?
It would never happen.
And the media reaction would be rightly, overwhelmingly outraged. But we're not seeing any news coverage of this, even by the Boston Globe. Not even reporting what Mayor Wu said. Bias of omission, a complete blackout. And of course, on other networks that scream racism, every other word, they're not covering this either. So she won't resign. She will get away with this because people are saying there's nothing to see here. There's plenty to see here. Segregation in any form is wrong.
Yeah, and we hear about it on campuses too, where it's like certain clubs. And this has been going on a long time, where you have organizations that are for people of certain backgrounds or religions. I think of, like the Catholic group or the Jewish group at campuses. But I think as a mayor, you want to spread the message that it's not about what makes us different from each other. Sure. It's what makes us all Bostonians. It's what makes us care about our city. We really need to rewind this whole practice because it's just getting worse and worse in terms of dividing people.
That's right. And Martha, we saw this in Chicago when Lori Lightfoot was mayor. And she said at one point, I will only do interviews with journalists that are black or brown. How does that bring people together? We're in a time where we're more divided than probably since the 60s, and this is the sort of thing that is happening here. So the irony here is also that Mayor Wu only apologized for sending out the invite to the wrong people. So apparently rock bottom has a basement at this point.
Yeah, I mean, she could have turned this around and said, you know what, we're going to celebrate these individuals who are from all different backgrounds. We want everyone to be there to celebrate their success. She could have used it as that moment. Yes, please come. This accident was actually a good thing, and we want everyone to come to this event. So on this topic, House Democrats are split on this resolution that condemned anti-Semitism on college campuses. It also called for the resignation of presidents of Harvard and MIT. 84 Democrats, including Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries, joined virtually all Republicans to vote for this resolution. 125 Democrats voted against it. They claim the measure does nothing to protect Jews and call it outrageous to demand that private citizens resign. The Education Department expanded its probe into campus anti-Semitism. It's now investigating 6 more schools, including Stanford and UCLA, for the practices that they carry out. Republican Congresswoman Elise Stefanik is calling for action. She told the New York Post, we must defend the rot in America's defund the rot. You don't want to defend it. In America's higher education, Harvard gets hundreds of millions in federal money as well as tax breaks. So in the face of all the outrage, Harvard President Claudine Gay lit the first candle on the school's menorah at the lighting last night. Joe, what do you think about this?
Well, kudos to Hakeem Jeffries, the House Minority Leader, because he went to an pro-Israel. You remember that huge rally in Washington? He attended, he spoke. Senators like John Fetterman have been staunchly pro-Israel, bucking many in their party, right? Now, I wrote a piece for The Messenger talking about how Harvard was once revered, the kind of place that you send your kid there, you're getting that bumper sticker 3 seconds later. Now it's a toxic brand for what we're seeing. And the Crimson, who's the student newspaper there, they did a survey of college professors and asked them, how would you deem yourself in terms of political leanings or ideology? 97% answered somewhat or very liberal, less than 2% conservative. So you could remove all the university presidents that you want. The rot here in terms of no diversity of thought is the fact that all these professors are so profoundly liberal. If we had a 60-40 balance, 50-50 balance, boy, that's an exchange of ideas and perspectives that students should be getting on these campuses. Instead, it's a one-way street.
Yeah, I think it's interesting that there are a lot of employers, some prominent ones on Wall Street who say, we don't really want this education for the people that we're hiring because we want them to come from a background, a scholarly debate education where they're learning all kinds of different things, when they're toughened, when their ideas have been sort of kicked the tires on, and they have to prove and have their arguments for them, that they're not actually getting a great education in this environment. I want to just take a look at this. This is retired political science and law professor Carol Swain calling for the Harvard president, Claudine Gay, to step down. She's talking about the second element to the President Gay topic, which is that she may have plagiarized some of her work. Watch this.
The Harvard Corporation did not have the courage to fire its first Black president, someone who should never have been elevated in the first place. She's harming academia. She's harming Black people. She's harming everyone who had to work and earn their way in academia.
But 1619 Project founder Nikole Hannah-Jones condemned the attacks against Gay. Watch this.
It's laughable to think that the first ever Black woman following that unbroken line of white racial quotas is the one who's unqualified. I mean, this is kind of the beauty of how racism works. If you are Black and you don't achieve, if you don't succeed at the highest echelons, it's because you're lazy and you're not smart enough. If you do achieve and you do succeed and you do rise to the top of your profession, it's because you didn't deserve it.
That's called playing the race card from the bottom of the deck. This has nothing to do with Claudine Gay's race. If it did, then we wouldn't have ex-Penn President Liz McGill. It's about the words, not the color of the skin. There is no context around genocide of anybody, genocide of Jews, and to defend this at this point, that's why so many are calling for her to resign at this point. And look, trade schools now, just to get back on a conversation we're having for a second, they are exploding in popularity at this point because for a fraction of the cost, you get a great education, 90-something% job placement because contractors are in high demand these days. And more people are going this route instead of spending $80,000 a year to send their kid to Harvard. You know what that is? That's about $320,000 for 4 years. You got to earn over $500,000 before taxes to send your kid to a place like that where they're going to learn these sort of things.
Yeah, and the point has been made. They lost, I think, $300 million in donations. But the problem is they have like a $31 billion endowment. So it's like, whatever, don't send your check. We're fine. I mean, they're impenetrable in that regard for the near future. So, Joe, thank you very much.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.